Oh, well, COP28. Well, first, let me congratulate the government. The organization have been absolutely brilliant. All the facilities, wonderful. The reception of the people, everyone. It's really been nice being here for 2 weeks. Um, the leadership also of the government has been exemplary. I think the very first day of COP, they announced the operation of the Loss and Damage Fund. For Africa, that's very important. If you remember when we were in Sharm el Sheikh, this was an important agenda for the African continent and for my institution, the African Union Development Agency. So it was really great that this was one of the first achievements of COP28 and the very first day of it. The second issue that for us as Africans and the African Union Development Agency um, is the Leaders' Declaration on Food System and Climate Action. This is the first ever uh, declaration on this very important subject that we've had. In all the COPs that we've never had this. And so having something like that gives political visibility, political priority on the issues. And of course, there have been so many announcements in terms of resources. We just hope that these resources will actually materialize. But as I said, for me, these two important questions, one, the loss and damage fund, and the leaders' declaration on agri-food system and climate action is a major milestone in the climate conversation and negotiation. Africa as a continent, the issue of just transition is important in the sense that Africa is still in the development phase, it's still developing, it needs to be developed, it needs its energy resources. So to get into just transition, the continent needs financial support to help the economies to transition. The continent needs technology, and the continent needs capacity building. But you can, and we need to use the full range of its energy resources to be able to develop its continent. We still have energy deficit in the continent. So while we fully understand and appreciate the need for mitigation measures, and that can help to see that reduction in greenhouse gas emission to 1.5 degrees, it's important that the development goals of the continent are also given a priority. So we do have a food security program that works with member states to help them to build resilient food systems. That was on the 1st of December, we had a high-level event together with the Green Climate Fund and AGRA, where we had worked in partnership with AGRA to announce a USD 100 million to 7 African countries for food system, food and agriculture programs. We also implementing work on the carbon market and carbon credit, climate finance. As you know, so far the continent has just about 5 projects across the continent on carbon credit. And we believe the current standards that are being used can be improved. So we announced on the 4th of COP28 the establishment of an African gold standard that will ensure that any credit from carbon projects contribute to improving social conditions of communities, improving economic livelihoods of communities. Finance is critical because if you want economies to transition, they need resources. So it is critical that the global commitments that have been made are actually delivered. I like the theme of this COP, from hope to action. We cannot just be hoping because people are already suffering from the impacts of climate change. We need action now. And for that to happen, you need resources. Most African countries already have limited financial, physical means, and expecting them to make that change without any support is unrealistic. The industrial world must work together with the government and with the communities. They must bring the resources to support this transition. They must bring the technology that they have and share those technologies. And they must support capacity building of, African countries, African farmers, African local companies, and work with them together to be able to do this transition.